So we develop and deliver a range of creative projects that give people the opportunity to be creative with their own stories. So the people that are telling the stories, making the stories, presenting the stories. And, we have found that being involved in that process for people can be a very transformative experience, particularly when you're dealing with your own story. This particular project is a wonderful partnership for us. So partnerships are really important in the work that we do. So we're looking at working with the CAP team. And they approached us because one of the groups that they wanted to connect in with and that we hadn't worked with before creatively were people with refugee and migrant backgrounds. Reflecting on your life journey can be very healing. It can just help you to understand your own experiences better than you had before. So I think that's kind of one of the key experiences we hope the participants will take away. But then also, for somebody who's had the sort of journey that sort of refugee and migrants have had to come all the way to New Zealand and resettle in a very high density living environment, and to have the opportunity to tell their own story on such a high profile national broadcaster, I think is a really significant opportunity. And they get the thrill of having their own stories broadcast. We had worked with Radio New Zealand in the past on a project, and my first sort of thought was to approach the lovely people that we have worked with here before and to see whether this might make a really nice fit for crafting some of those stories into a dramatic form and bringing them onto Radio New Zealand. The idea being that these are stories and voices that are not really heard in the mainstream, and it just felt like it would be such a wonderful opportunity if we could gather a group of tenant participants and support them to tell their story, or really to support them to identify what their story is, because sometimes that initial they don't even know quite what that story is going to be, and to support them to craft it and to play with it and put it into dramatic form and then get it out on the airways and on Radio New Zealand, so the whole country gets to hear.